Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Every time I come to Bengaluru, then visiting this holy place, Narayan Hrudayalayam, has become a must. And every time all the doctors try to prove something wrong with me, but everything they get disappointed. Today also they got disappointed, but I got a warning. Warning is I should reduce my weight. Therefore, how these doctors are able to do this? Because they observe what is going on and their observations are based on in comparison to the physiological norms. If it is deviated from them, then you are not normal. So, what is our normal condition? Normal condition is bliss, happiness. When we deviate from bliss or happiness, we are abnormal. And whenever we are abnormal, we put efforts. Whenever we put efforts, we get tired. When we get tired, we blame others. And this game continues. See? Like suppose somebody is hard of hearing, that person has to put lot of efforts to listen. And because of that, he or she gets tired and then it's enough, yeah, enough now. Therefore, others are listening, but he goes to sleep. Why waste time? See? Because he is deviated from the normal hearing ability. Exactly the same way. Whenever we get tired, frustrated, disgusted, angry, depressed, dejected, the only reason is we have deviated from our normal condition. Now the second question comes. What is our normal condition and what is the abnormal condition? So normal condition is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. We are essentially divine. Whether we want or we don't want, whether we know or we don't know, we are divine. Like, this is example. Like, I am a man, whether I want or I don't want. As a man, I am never miserable. But then I become a father, I become a husband, and I become a son. Then I am always miserable as a son, as a husband, or as a father. Normal condition is man. Deviation from the normality is these three conditions. Now let us go further. These three personalities which are born out of me, do they really exist or they are only the virtual realities? This is the only thing. We have to just recognize it, nothing more. Whenever we walk the spiritual path, many of us have this wrong notion that I have been chanting Lord's name so much, but why this is happening to me? I have not done bad anything to anybody. Why this is happening to me? Then you are not walking spiritual path. This condition is like what? One of my NRI friend came from US and he was driving car in India. We are going from Bombay to Pune on the highway. And you all know in India, our democracy is not limited to human beings. It is extended to animals also. So when we were driving, suddenly a group of buffaloes came on the way. And he has to stop. And he says, Swamiji, what is this? The buffaloes. What is great about it? No, why they are here? I said, look here, I am not a buffalo. You go and ask them why they are there. Then I told him, I said, look here, you are educated. Who has the driving license? You or the buffaloes? Because you have a driving license, does it mean that the traffic should be organized? In the same manner, if you are walking the spiritual path, does it mean things should fall in right place for you? No. Then you are able to negotiate through all the turmoils of your life because now your vision has changed. See, friends, you change the vision, your interactions will change. Change the interactions, your experiences will change. Change the experiences, the quality of life will change. See, friends, we are studying Ishavasya Upanishad. This is the first thing to be known by the seekers of truth, that when we study scriptures, what for we are studying scriptures? Only one thing, and that is we have to change our vision and see the same world in the light of the wisdom shown by the scriptures. So what the vision is given by the scripture, Ishavasya Upanishad, Ishavasyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Everything is permeated, saturated by the divine principle. Now this is the vision given. Now after we accept this vision, then see what are the consequences. About this I'll tell you one simple example. Once somewhere in Mumbai, we were going by car and because of traffic jam we had to stop. So one young boy came on his motorcycle and there was one girl going ahead and he wanted to go and flirt with her. So he went and stood in front of her and naturally to say hi. But from backside she was looking a young girl, but from the front when he saw, she had just come out of a beauty parlor, well dressed, and when he saw, she was 85 not out. And then that lady said, Beta, kya chahiye? Will he say hi? He will say hi, hi kisko dekha. Immediately, when your vision has changed, your interaction will change. This is the foundation of spiritual life. Look at the world in the light of wisdom. Not what I see. See, like a jeweler, he is not looking at the name, the form, the designs, the glitter of the ornaments. He is looking through all of them, whether it is gold or fake. But when the ladies go to buy, their attention is only on the superficial and get cheated. Exactly the same way. When we change our vision, and this vision can change only by one technique, no second technique. And the technique is learn from your own experiences. Don't go for guru shopping anywhere. Those who cannot learn from the experiences of their own life, even God cannot teach them. We have to learn. See, this process of learning should continue. And as a result, what happens? We gather ourselves and come back to ourselves. Presently, we are at the periphery of our personality. And when you sit in the giant wheel and if it moves fast, what kind of experience we go through? And if we migrate towards the hub, the center, and let it move fast, doesn't happen anything to us. Exactly the same way. When we are living at the periphery of our personality, we are bound to suffer the changes. But when you are at the center, it is supporting all the changes. Then changes will happen, it won't trouble you. See, friends. So, if this is so, now find out. There are two ways of reactions that we can have whenever we go through any experience of life. One reaction, which is a common reaction, is why this is so. The second reaction could be to whom this is. When I think I am miserable because of my wife, so what will be my spiritual practice? Improve the wife. This is called as impossible undertaking, ashakyanushtan. then whole life I will be miserable. See, friends. Now, contrary to that, now start thinking, who is miserable? Then I will come to know I am, as a man, not miserable, and as a husband, miserable. So now further inquire, who is husband? Am I husband by birth or am I husband by accident? Then we come to know, as a man, I am natural, as a husband, I am unnatural. And whenever you are in an unnatural condition, you cannot be happy. Therefore, what we have to do? Divorce? No need. Then we have to do only one thing. Fortunately, you are all in Karnataka. Natak karo. Don't take life seriously. We all have to go through this, good and bad. When we see the Mahatmas, it is a finished product. Like when we see a beautiful vigraha of Bhagwan Sri Krishna in a temple, it's a finished product. Before that, what it has gone through, the chisel, the hammer, we don't know. In the same manner, we all have to go through the hammer, chisel treatment as needed, depending upon what type of stone we are. And as it happens and we have the patience and we continue, the net result of our life will be that we will stop reacting in the world and start learning from the world. See, now what is the difference between reacting with the world and learning from those experiences? When we interact with anything in this world, there are only two types of experiences that are precipitated on our mind. One is, I like this. Second is, I don't like it. No third experience. Thereafter, we keep on gathering these two impressions on our mind all through our life, right from childhood up to the present age. And initially, the likes and dislikes are very light, a hairline thickness. As the age grows, the likes and dislikes become very strong, and ultimately they become so strong that becomes our second nature. And because of the second nature, our original divine nature is covered. So we have got two natures. One is essential nature, second is acquired nature. We are not born with a cigarette in the mouth and a lighter in the hand. We acquire it. And this acquired nature is the one which is not allowing our divine nature to surface. Therefore, when we are interacting with the world, if we learn, what will happen? And if we don't learn, what will happen? So we told you, if we don't learn, we gather impressions on the mind, and the mind becomes completely clouded by this personal prejudice, likes and dislikes. Suppose we learn, what happens? I'll give you one example. In Delhi it happened, my friend was driving me, and there was a taxi ahead of us, and the door was little open. So he told me, Swamiji, I'll take the car parallel, tell that fellow, he will fall down, it's open, maybe drunk. So I had to listen to everybody. So I listened. We became parallel, opened the glass, and I told him, hey Mahatma ji, ये दरवाजा खुला है, बंद करो, गिर जाओगे. What he told, काम करो अपना, बढ़िया है बोलने वाले. When he said like this, my friend became very angry. He said, useless fellow. I said, look here, don't scold my guru. He is my guru. He said, he's a guru? Yes, he taught me. Don't get involved in anybody's life unless invited. The whole life will change, friends. We get unnecessarily invited in it. I should not say, then keep quiet. But we have to say. See, friends, The day you take this as your spiritual practice, last time I told you, and I told you also guarantee you will not do it. And you are not done it. This also I know. Every day, only learn one thing from your whole day's experiences and make a book. What I have learned today. And don't write thesis, write only 1 or 2 lines. What I have learned today. In 365 days, you will be wiser than the wisest. And when this process of learning is initiated, you will see, without doing anything, the things are revealed to you. Then you will come to understand the meaning of some of the Upanishad mantras. See, in one Upanishad, it comes, Yamai Vesha Vrunute Tena Labhyaha Tassesha Atma Virunute Tanuswam. He who is seeking the truth to the exclusion of everything, to him the truth is revealed. He doesn't learn, it is revealed to him. Because the process of learning is initiated. And with that, everything is a message which can join us with the divine. Now I'll tell you 1 or 2 examples. Like one of the person who also gives lectures, he came for my talk and he asked me this question. Swamiji, please give me the reference of the book where you give so many examples. Which is that book? I said, this is the book sitting in front of me. Then I told him, I said, look here, when your vision changes, everything changes in life. For example, so I was in front of Rishikesh, Shivananda Ashram, on the banks of Ganges. And standing there, evening time, so nice, beautiful. One person, Swamiji, what are you seeing? I said, do you imagine what I am seeing? He said, you are seeing Ganges. I said, why did you ask me? You know, I am seeing Ganges. No, you are not like that. You tell something different. Please tell me. I said, first principle, are you ready to learn? Don't become a social worker. Cleaning of Ganges. Then don't come to me. Okay, tell me. And I told him, see, I am not looking at Ganges. Then maybe you are looking at waters. I said, no, I am not looking at waters. Then I am looking at the flow of waters. See the difference? Now, the second thing. When you are looking at the flow of the waters, you see 2 types of movements of water. One is unidirectional movement. Start from Gangotri, goes to Ganga Sagar. And the second movement is in that whirlpool, which is centripetal movement. Now imagine, some animal or some object, a wooden log, is coming along with the flow of the river and it comes across a whirlpool. What will happen? It will be pulled down because of the centripetal force. It won't remain there all the time. After some time, again it will be thrown out. Again the journey of that object continues. Again the second one comes. Again pulled down. So what you have learned from this? I said, this is the story of the river of life. From the womb to the tomb, unidirectional movement. All of us have got the same story. Then in between there are whirlpools, which are those body identification. Then in that body identification, we are sucked into that body identification. Thereafter, we forget life and we become somebody. And thereafter, we don't care for anything about the life, only concerned about the world which is our world, not the total world. See, friends. And how long we do this and what we do? So when we are identified with the body, thereafter we become man, woman. First fall. The second fall is after we become man, woman, then the second generation, 2G scam. Then we become mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, etc. And who are miserable? These guys. Then we come out of the whirlpool of body identification, we come out. And what is that coming out? Go to sleep. In the sleep, no body identification. Therefore, no man, no woman, no husband, no wife, no brother, no sister. Life continues. Again, second whirlpool comes. The second whirlpool is, first it was a child, now it is a teenager. Then it is a middle age. See, friends. Now imagine, be very attentive. There is a huge lake where there is no unidirectional movement of the water. Will there be a whirlpool? There cannot be. Exactly the same way, when we learn to keep the mind undisturbed, the movement of the mind will stop. And then the problem born out of body identification will be understood. They will not be erased. They will be understood. See? And once you understand this, that all those who are miserable, they exist nowhere. See? Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, where are they? And these are the guys who are suffering or enjoying. Now once these personalities are born, they don't stop there. Now the next step comes. I want this, I want that. I want this, I want that. Then our individual life begins, wherein we think about only two things in our life. What I don't have, I should have it. And what I have, it should be protected eternally. These are the two only things we are struggling through our life. See, friends. Therefore, the more we understand this principle, that this world becomes valuable for us only when we are identified with the body, and these relations are valuable for us when we are identified with the mind. Try these two things. Let the possessions and relations not overpower our life. Everything will change. But then how to deal with these people? Again I told you, Karnataka. What is Karnataka? Like now we are doing Natak, as if you are listening. We are listening or we are hearing? See? Now, I have been talking for last 23 minutes. Out of 23 minutes, don't answer. How many minutes you heard me? Huh? Even this is not heard. Because the mind has already gone somewhere. And where the mind goes, it is prompted by some kind of desire behind. I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this, I have to do that. Therefore, what will be the experience of the absolute bliss, wherein we live at zero desire level? And this happens to us temporarily in deep sleep. In deep sleep, we have no desires, number one. In deep sleep, desires are not there because we have no sense of being finite, not identified with the body or the mind, and therefore there is no sense of otherness. So now take the genesis of a desire. When there is a sense of limitation, incompleteness, When there is a sense of otherness, that results into turmoil in the mind. That turmoil is called as desire. In deep sleep, everything is closed, but we are still there. So instead of simply going to sleep and coming out, if we learn this principle, what is that which really is so important for us to go to sleep is only this. That the bliss, happiness that we have in the deep sleep is not from possessions and relations, but that is from non-possessions and non-relations. Once you get into this mode of learning, you'll see what the difference it makes. One of my friends from here only, now he is in Noida, a retired brigadier, very old, he must be now 80 or so. So he met me on the airport. He said, Swamiji, I can't come at night, so I am coming for your date flight. I said, come anywhere, no problem. He came, old man, full of life, came, hugged me. Swamiji, good news. I said, don't tell me, again you are getting married. He said, no, not married. Then I have given up smoking. Then I asked him, thank you for the information. Now tell me, compare these two kinds of happinesses that you have. Earlier you have been smoking for how many years? He said 60 years. Now you have stopped smoking only once. Between these two happinesses, which you value more? He said, of course, now I don't want to smoke. Therefore, the happiness which is not sought after from the things and beings, but the happiness which is discovered is the real spiritual practice. Discover. Whatever is covered is already existing, but it is not perceived because of some coverage. So we discover it is available. Exactly the same thing happens. In deep sleep, our happiness, which was covered because of the occupation in the world, therefore we are seeking happiness. Now that is dropped. So the worldly desires, the worldly possessions, the worldly relations, and the worldly personality, all these things were covering our divine blissful experience, and it was undone in deep sleep only by the process of rejection and not by the process of gaining something. See, friends. Therefore, tyage naike amrutatva manasho. And once we understand this, then you will come to discover more and more. What is our life? Our life is a continuous process of giving up, giving up, giving up. We are given up childhood, we are given up teenage, we are given up middle age, we will give up old age. Who cares? So many have come and gone, nothing has happened to us. Therefore, he who is abiding in this truth, he is explained in the mantra which Dr. Hegde has told me to speak. Brahma vidapnoti param Tridesha bhyukta satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam paramevyo manna sohnute sarvan kaman saha brahmana vipaschiteti. This is the mantra. See? He who has come to discover what satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam. See, in our third chapter we are studying the same topic. He who comes to discover that the absolute is supporting the panchakoshas, the body, the prana, the mind, the intellect, and the anandamaya kosha. They are covering the absolute. Now this covering we have to understand. It is a very tricky thing. When you read Upanishad, it appears as if external is the body, internal is the prana, inside is the mind, inside is the intellect, Inside that is the Anandamaya Kosha, and inside is that Atma like a sesamum seed. Therefore, many people, when they sit for meditation, क्या हो रहा? Don't disturb. पकड़ गया गया. No, that is not the thing. It is the other way around. See, body is limited. Without the prana, a body cannot survive. So prana is the support of the body. What is the dimension of the prana? Is far bigger than the body. Support is always bigger than the supported. So our notion is that the prana is inside, but the truth is the body is in the prana. Then in the prana, the body is the content, prana is the container. Where is the mind? Mind goes beyond the limits of the prana. Therefore, mind is the container, and in that there are two contents, prana and the body. And go further. Whose body, whose prana, whose mind? Mind. If I am not there, my body is not there. If I am not there, my prana is not there. If I am not there, my mind is not there. So where are all these things? They are in the container of I, Vijnanamaya Kosha. So Vijnanamaya Kosha is the container, and all the three are the contents. Slowly, you will drop that wrong notion that we are inside the body, but the body is in me. See, now look at the whole universe. When we look at the earth and the ocean, what we understand that the water is on the earth. But what is the truth? It is the other way around. The waters support the earth. The fire supports the water. The air supports the fire. The space supports all the four of them. It is the other way around. Exactly the same way. When we are able to digest this, then we'll come to know desire is only for that which has accepted to be a limited one. Therefore, he who comes to discover this truth, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam. The truth is supporting everything, and nothing can influence this. Now this is the statement. Now go and apply this statement in the process of learning. It's a very simple thing. It's not difficult at all. And the best part is we don't have to do anything. See, correct only your experiences and learn from them. Now let us take one by one. It's very simple. I am seeing all of you different shapes, different sizes, different colors. With what I am seeing? With the vision. Colors are different, shapes are different, people are different, they are many. But is the vision different for everything? Vision is one. Think. Now when I see the red color, my eyes are not influenced. When I see the blue color, eyes are not influenced. When I see a woman, eyes are not influenced. When I see the man, eyes are not influenced. Because vision is only an illuminator, and objects are illumined. Further, you are 40-50 of you here. If you become 40,000, will it be a burden to my vision? And if all of you go away, will it be a loss? Now apply the same principle. Now from the sense organs we come to the mind. When the eyes are closed, nothing happens to the mind. When ears are closed, nothing happens to the mind. And eyes are specific to colors and forms. Mind is common for all the experiences. Ears are specific to sounds. Mind is common for all. You see, from the object to the subject, when we march, we come to know, we start losing specialities. Eyes are specialized in colors and forms, ears are specialized in sounds. And the mind is not specialized in any one particular, it is a general practitioner. You know who is a specialist? You know all. He who knows more and more about less and less. And ultimately, the highest specialist person is he who knows everything about nothing. So we start giving our specialities. So we are given specialities of colors and forms, come to the vision. We are given our specialities of sense organs, come to the mind. We give up the specialities of likes and dislikes of the mind, come to the intellect. Intellect is the seat of wisdom. After we come to this point, then we will be able to understand this mantra. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. See, it appears as if it is three. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. See, on the spiritual front, the rule is knowing is being, and being is knowing. It cannot be separated. In the mind level, knowing, this is a camera, knowing. Being, I am not the camera. But when it comes to the self, I know, knowing, and I am being. And this experience is not in a sequence. It is a simultaneous experience. This is the word used in this mantra. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyomanna So Shnute Sarvan Kaman Saha. Saha means simultaneously. His all desires stand fulfilled simultaneously. Our desires are fulfilled in a sequence. I should get admission in medical college, you get it. Then I should go through the education perfectly, you go through it. Then I should get a good job, you get it. Then I should get married, you get married. Then I should have children, you get children. Then children should be good, they are good. Our desires are in a sequence. And whatever is in sequence, it never ends. Samsara begins. See? When it is said, all desires are fulfilled simultaneously, means what? Means we have attained fulfillment in life. There are no loose ends. There is nothing to be achieved and there is nothing to be protected. Life discovers fulfillment. And once you discover this fulfillment in life, thereafter what is the life? Life is a fun. Life is a celebration. Life is a vacation. When we go for a vacation for anywhere, we go there for earning money or spending money. We go there for becoming serious. We go for fun. Exactly the same way, this is not our home. We are here in this world on a vacation. So enjoy, celebrate life. Don't calibrate. What will I get? You get nothing. The day you take this stand in your life, then these Upanishadic mantras, they become meaningful. Otherwise, it's only erudition, scholarship, logic and reason. It has no meaning. See, friends. Therefore, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Sat and Chit, if they are not one together simultaneously, what it will mean? If Sat is not the Chit, means consciousness, then the existence is inert. And if the consciousness is not Sat, means it is Asat, non-existent. Do we have this experience? that I am inert, cannot be. Do I have this experience? I don't exist, cannot be. So what is our experience? I am, I know I am. More than this, there is nothing worthy of knowing in this world. And this knowledge is such, having known only once in the lifetime is enough. Gita says, Sthitva syam antakalepi brahma nirvana mruchati. Even the last moment of your life, you discover this, life is fulfilled. And therefore, the study of the scripture, the Upanishad, should make it clear to us that the world will not change at all. We have to change. Social work is not spiritual life. Social work is NGOs. You know NGOs? Non-godly organizations. They are the technique of misappropriating the funds. That has nothing to do with spiritual life. Spiritual life is you are focused on your being. And as a result of this spiritual evolution, if somebody is benefited, it is a byproduct. Like we have cow for milk. Cow dung is a byproduct. Nobody keeps the cow for cow dung. In the same manner, we evolve. If you see all the great masters of the world, for example, take Tulsidas Ji Maharaj. He has composed Ramcharitmanas, not for propagation of Ramayana. Then Swanta Sukhaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gatha, for the joy of it. Anything that you do as an expression of joy, you have attained fulfillment in your life. But anything we do with complaint, oh God, fear, you are a samsari. There are three options. One option, do it happily, cheerfully and fully. Second option, don't do it. You are not obliged. But we are average people like the air hostesses. On the face, there is a smile. Welcome. Inside, burning. The net result is they are having acidity. All those people who have this acidity problem, they are suffering from this. Have courage to reject, have the ability to perform, but when we don't have both, then we make an average, because we are average people, then suffer. Therefore, friends, sarvan kaman saha, when all the desires simultaneously are fulfilled, you have attained fulfillment in life. Our equation is fulfillment of desires will lead to fulfillment in life. It is impossible. It is something like this. Summation of all the waves on the ocean is equal to ocean. Is it right or wrong? Wrong. Because ocean is all the waves plus something more. Summation of all the 10 directions is space. No, space is much more than that. In the same manner, fulfillment is not only fulfilling all the desires, but much more than that. That much more factor is the truth. And then you are at peace, and then every day you sit quiet for your prayers, you get a new vision. It will not be a spiritual practice like the yogis. Yogis is sit tight, do this asana, that asana, and suffer silently. Or do this pranayam and do asana. It has nothing to do with spirituality. All these people all the time keep on talking only about health and long life. What will you do with health and long life? If you want to curse somebody, curse. May you live long and suffer silently. I remember in Coimbatore, like this, there is a very big hospital. And Dr. Bhaktavatsalam is the founder of that. And a very good friend of him. He comes regularly for all the satsangs. So they were inaugurating a new department. So they invited me for inauguration. And a big hall, so many people came and all that. And department was geriatrics department. No, I don't do anything in medicine. But we are fit for everything. So I went there, and then the so many imported doctors were there, as if India doesn't have a doctor. So they came and they started showing the slides. First slide, an NRI, Indian NRI, he showed the slide. Those who show the PowerPoint, they are blank inside. So he showed, this is my house. Then I said, okay, geriatrics means it is a housing department. Then the second slide came. This is my dog. Oh, it's the animal department, not a horse. Then the third picture came. This is my wife. In order of importance, they were shown. See? And then after listening for some time, then I got the clue that it is a department of oldies. And then when they said, Swami, now you can light the lamp and bless. I said, blessing means, can I speak something? Yes, please. Then I said, today the problem of our world is the doctors. Why don't you allow them to die? See, allow them to die. Keep on maintaining for no reason. One thing happened in the US. I was there. One man must be in his mid 50s or early 60. He had come to his son in USA. And I was also there in their house for lunch or dinner. Now this old man started talking to me, but the gun was towards his son. He said, Swamiji, see, the world has changed so much. So I was keeping quiet. He said, I have served my parents till the last moment of their life. But today's children, they don't care for anybody. Why this is happening? So I did not say anything. Then his son, he asked this question. Dad, when your father died, what was his age? Beta, he died very early. He died at the age of hardly 48 or 50. These days, the fathers don't die, 70, 80, 90. How long should we look after them? And it is a practical problem, I tell you. It's not a bluff. It is there. See, friends. Therefore, simply health and long life cannot be the goal of life. The goal of life is, have you discovered fulfillment or not? If you have discovered fulfillment, thereafter, it doesn't matter anywhere, anything. Otherwise, the whole life is only centered around this thing. Me, my wife, my children, Ram, 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 Ram. There is nothing else in this world other than that. We have to break these barriers of limitations which we have imposed on ourselves. And as a result of this, what will happen? We will be free from the burden of desires. And now, how the desires are born. When we do not know anything, we don't desire that thing. You must have seen on the TV, during the daytime, these ammas are free at home. And so they start the TV. And there they have got programs. The kitchen gadgets. And earlier they have never known that. Now they show on the TV. This is a machine which can cut the potatoes exactly the same size. In 2 minutes, it can cut 5 kilograms of potato. MRP is 21,000 rupees. If you dial right now and order, it will be 2,100 rupees. And it never goes away. Exactly next day it comes to your house. Now, how many of you are at home? 2 of you. Now, what will you do with 5 kilograms of potato cutting? But then you have to show to the world that I got the machine. And then some function is arranged and things are made, people come and they get free eating, they enjoy. And this lady is worried, nobody is praising the potato sabji. And how it is very tasty. No, no, see, all the pieces are exactly the same. I'm also thinking how they are same. Actually, I bought a machine to show that the whole tamasha. Had she not known that, she would never have desired it, she would never have ordered it, and never made so much of expenditure, isn't it? So how the desires are born? First, janati, we know, then ichchati, then we desire, and then karoti, we act. These are the three stages through which desires are born and they activate us into these worldly things. Lesser you expose yourself to the worldly things, lesser are the burdens of desire initially. And once you grow wise, then you come to know nothing in this world can attract human mind for a long period of time. Don't forget the basic I told you, process of learning. Don't forget that. Where I learned this particular principle, maybe about many years before rather, I went to Norway. One of my friend, he was in a very big oil company and he had a very beautiful guest house. So he organized for us, I went there. Such a beautiful spot in the world. Only solitary, beautiful cottage, all facilities inside. In front, there was a huge lake, like an ocean. And there was a mountain like a 90-degree wall straight away. So, near the lake, it was all green. Then little you see, after some time, then the green level gone, only the rocks. And above that, all the ice caps. Such a beautiful spot. So when I went for the first time, Kumbhak. First day. Second day, oh, it is so beautiful. Third day, खाने को क्या है यार? Fourth day, can we go somewhere else? That day I learned this principle. Nothing in this world can attract human mind for a long period of time. As a result, the mind starts making us dance. Change the things. Your house you must have done. I think we should change our, this arrangement of sitting. This chair should go here, this should go there. Our mind only telling. First time we do this thing, we should change the drapery, it's old one, latest has come. See, observe this. And once you observe this, then you will come to know that the mind is the culprit which is making us dance in this world. And the dance is nothing but desire, desire, desire. So, he who comes to discover this truth, he is freed from the virus of desire. Like the disease and the symptoms. Similarly, if we know our essential nature, symptom is no more desire are bothering us. Freedom from desires is abidance in the truth. That doesn't mean we have to close our faculties. No, live luxuriously in this world. But don't get trapped in anything or any being. And when this is practiced slowly and steadily, you will come to my principle of life. My principle of life is a time pass. Now, what is time pass? Time pass, this is from Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. Time pass is, through some example I will tell you. In somebody's house, I was invited for lunch, Sunday. And I reached there for eating. That mother said, Swami, it will take 15-20 minutes, please, I am sorry. I had to cook this, I had to cook that. I say, okay, take no problem. So I want to take newspaper and read something. They had a son, maybe about 8 years or so. Swamiji, no newspaper. I said, all right, give it there. We'll play carom. I said, I don't know how to play carom. He said, no, 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 I'll teach you. I had to take food, I can't disobey him. He put the things. And he was very expert and I don't know anything. But I am a great person. So how can I get defeated? I use my Indian technology, Jugaad technology. So I asked him, what is that? He was 2, 3. Rule is, theft is a crime if you are caught. Otherwise it is not a crime. So when I did this thing once, twice, third time he caught me. And he said, Mummy, Swami is a cheat. I said, hey, come on, I'll not do it. No promise. And again we started. And when we halfway, his mother said, Swamiji, food is ready. I said, hey, come on, throw it away. Let's go and eat. Now I am hungry. He said, no, now you have to play. Now I am winning the game. You are being defeated. So be attentive. For that child, victory and defeat was an issue. For me, game was a time pass till the food is ready. Therefore, for me, victory and defeat was no issue at all. Live with this principle in life. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Then why we are doing time pass? Why we are gathered here? Time pass. Relax. And thereafter, you will never be a failure in your life, nor you will struggle for success in your life. Then life will be lived through us. Life being lived through us is like a flower bringing out the fragrance without claiming that I am giving the fragrance. Will somebody take the benefit or not? Who cares? With that attitude, when we start living, this is the attitude with which God lives. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priya. I don't care to please somebody. I don't struggle to hurt somebody. Everybody is self-sufficient to suffer themselves, and I cannot please anybody. God has failed. How can I feel? With this attitude you live. You understood this mantra. Satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyomanna yatachidakasha so shnute sarvan kaman. He has attained fulfillment in life. With this we conclude and go for lunch if it is there. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.